Hello, hello. This is the my artifact episode number 3341. Today's date is 25 of December 2025. It's been almost like a night at 11:53 p.m. Okay, yeah. What exactly happened today? Nothing really happened. Yeah. Today I done my design. Yeah. Done means like that. Okay, like usually I decided to upload two design per day. Okay, so yesterday I just did one. Okay, today I did both. So that is really good. Okay, yeah. Then at the evening I went to Rahul's place. Rahul is one of my friend. He has son's birthday. Okay, yeah, second birthday. So me and a couple of people are here. Okay, like Prashik, Vishal, Shrutika, Teju was there. We went there, celebrate birthday. It's good, great. Okay, yeah. All right. So came home. Yeah. Okay. So like basically what exactly happened that came nothing really. Yeah. It's like that. No? It's kind of like some usual day. It's like there is nothing really kind of like something special really happened. And I also kind of like something like realizing that usually almost like a year ago I was kind of like talking about what exactly happened in my day, and I kind of like simply elaborate everything like this happened, and also the reason and stuff like that. Okay, yeah. But kind of like simply a year ago I was not really talking about that, and I was just kind of like asking questions to myself and understanding myself better. Yes, but a couple of days ago, I decided that no, it's also really essential to talk about what exactly happened. Okay, yeah. So uh, instead of talking what exactly happened, there we should supposed to talk about what kind of like a things that we kind of like simply wanted to do this thing, and did I did that thing, like what exactly stuff that I wanted to do everything like every day. Okay, yeah. Two graphics design every single day that I have to do it. Two graphic design. Okay, yeah. Then 30-minute run, and yeah, these are kind of like a two essential thing, and recording artifact episode every single day. Okay, yeah. So these are kind of like a three things that I should supposed to be do every single day. Okay, yeah. Like doing design twice in a day, then run 30 minute, and then record the artifact. So I run 30 minute, so that is check. Then did my design, both done, check. And then recording artifact. Right now I'm recording artifact, check. Okay, so everything's good. All right, yeah. So should we jump into the question? All right, let's go. Let's go to that. All right. Okay. So question is, how can we create harmony between the mechanical and organic world? All right, yeah. So what exactly is this thing? Mechanical and organic world and harmony. All right, yeah. First of all, where is this question came from? Okay, yeah. So a couple of weeks ago, I was actually watching the Demons of Leonardo. It's a web series, by the way. This web series is actually based on Leonardo da Vinci. If you don't really know this person, this is the person who draw the world famous painting Mona Lisa. And he's not just a painter. No, he is like a master of multiple things. Really incredible person. So while I was watching that particular web series, I am literally inspired or influenced by the thought process of Leonardo, the way that he thinks, the way that he do was, yeah. I wanted to think like him. So I went to the chat GPT and asked that he suggest me such a question so that I would think like Leonardo da Vinci. And this is one of those questions. What is actually those questions? Question says, how can we create harmony between the mechanical and organic world? Okay, yeah. What is actually the harmony? Harmony means like that the connection between particular connection between. Okay, yeah. how does kind of like a simply improve the connection between organic world and mechanical world. Okay, okay, so still you don't really understand. Okay, I'm gonna kind of like simply like giving you some sort of example that you might understand. Okay, yeah, might, no, you definitely understand, not might. Okay, yeah. So basically this thing, it's a jungle. Okay, yeah, and you have to make a road. Okay, so what would you supposed to do? Okay, yeah, it's a jungle, yeah, like there are a lot of things, like trees are everywhere, lot of things. Okay, as also animals and wild animals and everything. Okay, yeah. You are kind of like a something a contractor, and you have to build the road to connect from one city to another city, and there is a forest in between. Okay, so what should you supposed to do? Okay, so first of all is that I just kind of like understand the terrain of forest, like what is actually the terrain, like is there any river or cliff or anything, or any kind of like a something flat plate. I just have to figure it out. Okay, yeah. If there is kind of like a something entirely, the forest is actually based on a flat surface. Okay, there is nothing really river, nothing really at all. So what should I supposed to do? I just build the bulldozer, like just run it along. Okay, yeah, run it along, then like cut down the trees in between. Okay, yeah, and then kind of like a put, I will put the first fencing, so that I would kind of like a protect my passenger, so that the wild animal will not attack them. Okay, yeah. Make sure that fencing was that much powerful, so that none of those animal could kind of like a somebody transport, or like a didn't really do that much harm. Okay, yeah. Then what should I supposed to do? Then area is clear, the floor surface is clear. Then yeah, it's kind of like something very common. Just make the road. Okay, take the cement or like asphalt or whatever it is, make the road. That's it. Okay, yeah. So like a this is kind of like a something, the process that I did to make the road in between the forest. Is this right or wrong? Definitely it's wrong. Okay, yeah, but as a kind of like a only human perspective, I wanted to make the road, I made the road. Okay, yeah, but it's not kind of like a something create the harmony between organic world and mechanical world. Okay, yeah. So what's the organic world? Organic world means like considered as a nature. Okay, yeah, it's a called organic world. Mechanical world means like that the machine that we use. Okay, yes. So basically is this thing, the at the first example that I built the road in between the forest, which is completely like a almost 69 kind of like a something relation between the nature and the mechanical. Like the things that we did, like take the bulldozer, remove the trees and everything, don't really think about anything at all, just put the fencing, make the road, which is kind of like a something very bad. Okay, yeah, because in the end both the world will kind of like a something feel little bit of hamper in between them. Both the world means like that. Okay, example. Okay, so you build the road, everything is good. Okay, but after a couple of years things might be something really wrong. Okay, because your fencing is really powerful, definitely, but there are wild animals. Okay, yeah, and definitely they will gonna kind of like a something break that fencing somewhere sometime. Okay, yeah, maybe kind of like a something elephant, or kind of like a something whatever. Okay, yeah. And if that fencing is break down, then wild animal will get through into that particular fencing, and which will kind of like a something dangerous for the passenger, because of that fencing is kind of like a something pack. Okay, yeah. So just imagine that if a tiger or lion get inside that particular fencing, then might be that passenger didn't really have any kind of like a something way to get out, because there is nothing really way. You are in between the forest area. Okay, yeah. So basically is this thing, it will attack the the passenger might attack to that particular lion or tiger, or the entire tiger might be attack on those passenger, which is kind of like a something very wrong for both the world. Okay, as also is this thing that key the organic world means like nature is kind of like affected by the road, because before that this is the kind of like a one single forest. but suddenly the road is built up, and then forest have two part, one part and two part. Okay, which is kind of like a something very difficult. Like just imagine that ki, like a India Pakistan border. Okay, when this actually happened, millions of kind of like a something citizen went from Pakistan to India, and during this process millions of people have died. Okay, imagine the same thing is actually happened, that we are actually doing that thing into that particular forest. Okay, some species are might living on that particular that particular area of forest, but yeah, it's like you are creating the partition between the forest, which is somewhat wrong. Okay, yeah. So probably is this thing that ki both the world will not gonna kind of like a something survive for longer period of time, because their existence is kind of like a something hampering for their per- stationary that moment. Okay, yeah, it's not good. It's really not that good. Okay, yeah. So what what kind of like a something way so that I would create the harmony, means like that the connection between organic world and mechanical world is kind of like a something attached such a way so that both the world will not gonna hamper and everything going very smoothly. So what should I supposed to do? Okay, yeah. So first of all is that you have to build the road now. So first of all, make sure that can you able to underground this thing. Okay, yeah, because forests are kind of like a something on the surface. Okay, yeah, but if you build the track under the forest, then this might be really good. Because of that, it will not gonna hamper the forest thing. Okay, yeah, and as also you could kind of like a something back and forth, and you don't need to kind of like a something fencing. Because of that key, like a who like a wild animal will not gonna uh, dig the hole and get into the tunnel, nothing really at all. Okay, so this is the one way that you could do that. Okay, yeah. Another way is that ki build the bridge, but bridge is also kind of like a something somewhat not good. Okay, yeah, because at the early stages while doing construction, it might gonna hamper the organic world, but after the construction, when you build up that particular bridge, then it will gonna kind of like a something very smooth. Okay, it was kind of like you could build kind of like a something a railway track or whatever it is, so that the communication or kind of like a something like passenger from one place to another place goes very smoothly without hampering any kind of like a something nature thing, which is also really good too. But still, uh, one thing what should supposed to do is that make the tunnel or make the bridge. Okay, yeah. Or else you can do also another thing is that ki bypass the entire forest area. What do you mean by that? So basically is this thing ki you have to make the road around the forest so that you could connect from one city to another city. This is also you could do that. Okay, yeah. So basically these are the three way that you will not only hamper the mechanical world, but as also you will kind of like it's only maintaining the gap and maintaining kind of like a some relation between the organic and mechanical world as strong as you can. Okay, yeah, means like that your innovation should supposed to be complement the nature's way, not affecting the nature. Okay, yeah. Example, solar wind energy, solar wind energy, yeah, these are kind of like a something innovation which is helps to create energy from wind source. Okay, yeah. Then thermal power plant, not thermal power plant, solar thermal power plant. Okay, yeah, like a basically utilizing kind of like a such a energy so that it will not gonna hamper the nature thing. All right, yeah. So this is the way that you could do that. Okay, yeah. There are a couple of things that you might gonna do. The cities are always covered with the asphalt. Take a New York. Okay, yeah. New York is always covered by the asphalt. You barely see any kind of like a trees. What should you supposed to do? Like make the park. They have a park. Okay, they have Central Park, but kind of like a something make mini park which have kind of like a some sort of trees. Plant the trees over there. Okay, yeah. Or else you could plant tree on the building, like in the balcony or whatever it is. Okay, yeah. It kind of like a something help us to cool down the entire building during the summer. Okay, because plants are always kind of like a something consuming like usually what is actually happen na ki when your building is actually covered by the plants na, it kind of like a something help us to maintain the temperature of the building. Like I'm not really sure how this thing is actually happened, but it kind of like a something is this thing when the winter is actually happened, the building is kind of like a warm. Okay, yeah. When the summer is actually happened, the building is feel little bit of cool. So which is really essential for our thing, na? Okay, yeah. Because in the summer we really required kind of like a AC, but when you build the plants around it, or kind of like a something entire building is actually covered with the plants and stuff like that, then it will kind of like a something help us, really help us to kind of like a maintain the temperature of the building. So this is the way that you could kind of like simply something really build the relation, build a harmony between the mechanical world and organic world together. Okay. Basically existing now couple of year ago, like a couple of 100 years ago, this might be kind of like a something definition is not exist, because at that time people actually consider that key if we wanted to improve our technology we should supposed to be harm the nature. Okay, yeah. So most of the filmmaker or most of the writer or whoever the person who could predict the future, they might think like that key if we're gonna improve ourselves even more better and better, we might gonna destroy our entire planet. But we realized that ki this is not, we also found another way that ki we could kind of like simply maintain the harmony of the nature, and as also improve our mechanical thing, improve our talent and stuff like that. Okay, we found that particular way. Okay, like an example is this thing, have you been to Singapore? By the way, I haven't really been to Singapore, but it's just like that, have you been to Singapore airport? That Singapore airport is like you don't really feel that you are into the airport, you feel like that you are into the jungle. Literally, yeah, because this airport is actually filled with kind of like a such a way that you are kind of like a still feel like that ki there is a accelerator in the jungle. There is a kind of like a something coffee shop at the jungle, a pizza shop at the jungle. Literally it feels like that because everything is actually covered by trees in such a way that it looks not only beautiful but as also it's feel something really good. It feels something a kind of like a something organic way to elevate the life. Oh my god. And like basically it's not just kind of like a something showcase, no, each plant are have kind of like a something their ecosystem means like that this airport is not only covered by the plants, they have kind of like a something birds and pigeons and like all kind of like a something animal was there too. It is feels like that it you are came into the kind of like a something very like a top class forest which has kind of like something so many things with nature connect. It's, I don't know how do you supposed to say this thing, but wow. Okay, yeah, this is kind of like a some evidence of like connecting the nature harmony with mechanical thing. Okay, yeah. So this is the way that you could kind of like simply connect with that thing. Okay, so what should I supposed to do in my level that I should supposed to be connect that mechanical thing into the nature thing? What kind of like a stuff should I supposed to do on my level? Okay, first of all is that key right now I'm kind of like some living in such a such a city where it's a local city, by the way. Okay, it's not really that kind of like a somebody we have so many technological like a technological advancement over here, nothing really at all. I'm not living in metro city, by the way. Okay, yeah. What should I supposed to do go to kind of like a simply create that harmony, create that connection between organic world and mechanical world, improve? What should I supposed to do? We have couple of like plants at our balcony. Okay, which kind of like a something help us to be cool and cool at summer, hot at winter probably. Okay, yeah. Then we have lot of trees. Okay, like basically at my home we have lot of tree, like I have mango trees, then so many trees around here, which is also really good. Okay, yeah. One of the most essential thing to kind of like a simply uh, improve the connection between the mechanical world and um, organic world is kind of like a something for people need to understand that. Okay, what do you mean by that? Like most of people are don't really understand this between connection. Like basically this thing, most of people are kind of like a thinking that ki if we wanted to improve we will gonna hamper the nature things, but that is not true. By the way, we have so many things that we could kind of like a something like that each other are kind of like a something inspired and amazed. Okay, yeah, but people don't really knew it. Okay, yeah, like might be the people of Singapore, they are kind of like a something very educated people, so yeah, they might gonna understand. But is this thing na ki I'm living in India where people are kind of like a something very not that much literacy rate, as also after the literacy people are don't really like associate with this thing. Okay, like people don't really think about that stuff. Like most of people are in here are just thinking about the money and settling our life and stuff like that, and which is also really essential for them too. Because what I'm trying to tell you is this thing, the living in life in here is kind of like something far more difficult. Because yeah, like a money problem issues and everything, we like India is actually filled with a lot of problems. Okay, yeah, if we have solved one problem then another problem is arise. So it is kind of like something very very fragile country. Okay, yeah, but my country is not really that bad. Like I know there are so many countries are even more worse than that. Okay, yeah, but still what I'm trying to tell you is this thing na ki improvement is actually start from the people. Okay, yeah, if the people are kind of like somebody understand their responsibility, understand their things and stuff like that, then this improvement will definitely happen. But it will take kind of time, because India is kind of like some big country which has almost like a one of the biggest population are living in this world, living in this country. So yeah, sometimes it will take time, but definitely we will gonna improve and we will gonna resonate our kind of like something human development with organic world. Sometime it will definitely gonna happen. All right, yeah. So this is kind of like a stuff. Okay, this is how I kind of like a simply create the harmony between the mechanical and organical world. All right, yeah. So this is it. I should supposed to be end here, and thank you.